Hey guys, I'm Amy.
And I'm Julie.
And we are the Dumpling Sisters. Welcome to the Scoff Kitchen.
Now today in this episode of our Asian Bite series, we are doing a beautiful succulent beef stir fry with Szechuan peppercorns.
So let's get started. So we're going to start by marinating and tenderizing the beef. And what we have for seasonings is first of all a bit of sugar. Now that might seem a bit unusual, but it really does help to bring out this natural sweetness of the beef itself. And then some salt. This is beef strips, by the way, keep them kind of chunky so you've got a nice bite. And then to help the beef become really tender, we're going to add in some bicarbonate of soda. This changes environment in the beef and it means that all the hard proteins kind of relax, so when you bite into it, it's just really succulent and there's no resistance.
Yeah, and that means that you can use even cheaper cuts of beef if you want to, because beef can get really expensive, but we always just buy kind of cheap cuts and then we like hit it with that bicarbonate of soda. It does the trick.
Does the trick.
Alright, so fresh ingredient here, we've got some finely diced ginger, and that goes. And then to bring everything together, we've got some liquid ingredients. So we've got some Szechuan rice wine here. Just a wee dash. This is actually, I think, the best thing for beef. For a velvety mouthfeel, we've got some corn flour and then just some water to bind it all together. And then let's give it a good mix. And so with this one, we're going to pop it into the fridge for about 4 or so hours, because beef starts off a bit more tough, doesn't it, than say chicken, so it needs a wee bit more love in the fridge. So our beef has been marinating for a few hours, and so we're ready to start bringing everything together.
So oil into a hot wok or frying pan. So we've got some onions, and we'll let that cook for a little bit. We just want these to take on a slight colour, so some of them will start blistering around the edges, and that's when you can add the pepper in. So the red pepper goes in now. Because the pepper is cut up quite chunky, we need to add in some moisture to help soften the pepper a bit. So just a splash of water. Just keep it moving around.
Lovely.
So we can take that off.
Pop it back into a dish. In she goes.
Okay, now we're ready to actually build the final bit of the dish. So the first thing I'm going to do is fry off some Szechuan pepper.
All right, and so here we have some ground up, and it's incredibly fragrant, really strong. And
you don't need much, just a couple of big pinches. So let that kind of numbing spice infuse the oil, and once that's happened, we'll put in the garlic and ginger.
So if you want to give this a go and get that numbing spice on your tongue, then all you have to do is check out the website for the full list of ingredients and the recipe.
So once the room smells like a cloud of spiciness, you're going to add the garlic and ginger.
And then we've got the beef.
Try to spread it in a single layer.
And that will be so tender and juicy now because it'll take quite a few hours just sitting there marinating.
Once you've got it in a single layer, just let it sear and seal on the bottom, then you can start tossing it around. So when the beef is nice and toasty all over, we can add the vegetables back in. And then add in a really good generous dollop of oyster sauce.
So oyster sauce is a gorgeous flavour, isn't it? It's kind of quite rich.
And then you want to turn the heat down to low.
And then we're going to do something in Cantonese we call da go hen, which really means to kind of thicken up the sauce with a bit of corn flour and water slurry. And that's going to create like a beautiful gravy. And gravy just makes everything better, doesn't it? Yeah. All right,
okay.
So you ready for this one?
Yeah, and you want the heat low when you're doing this, because otherwise it starts to clump together.
Right.
Once it's all mixed up, just ramp the heat back up again and just cook it until the sauce is translucent.
So if you guys give this a go, or even if you have some questions about how to do it, then please let us know on Twitter. We are at Dumpling Sisters, or you can also tweet Scoff Food.
So let's tuck in
chopsticks for you. Fork for me. And I'm going to get it onto this rice so that I can have some saucy rice.
So tender, guys. That's so juicy.
So that's it, guys. This is our Szechuan beef stir fry. If you want to check out more cool videos, then please subscribe to Scoff channel or to the Dumpling Sisters. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.